Howdy ho, y'all. 57 here, bringing you week 3 of the GBL, aka the GBA Analyst League. This week we are facing Damos. I do not believe he has a YouTube channel. Otherwise, I would link it in the description. He has a very threatening team that we got to go against. He has Magiarna, Mega Gyarados, Garchomp, Mian Xiao, Bronzong. Amongst a bunch of other key threats. I'm sorry this video is coming up a good while after the battles happen, so I will just do my best to recap plays as I remember them and recap my team building process as I remember it. So in this league I have kind of a bulky team, but I aimed for a more offensive play style. Just really gun for it to see if I could throw them off. So started with a swords and scissor with 2 stabs because that got pretty much neutral. They got at least neutral coverage on like the vast majority of his team. On actually just about everything, I think. He had Mega Gyarados, Magiarna, Mian Xiao, Garchomp, Jolteon, Gourgeist, a few other things. So yeah, I ran a standard scissor spread. I ran Raikou with a max speed. I believe he has a base 115. I don't remember what I need to speed tie. Ran a subcom mindset with Shadow Ball because he has a Gourgeist and he has a variety of threats that just take a lot of neutral damage from Thunderbolt or super effective damage from Thunderbolt and will get smacked harder by Shadow Ball than they will by Hidden Power Ice. This is pretty standard Raikou, but once again we're going on with a dual setup threat. As far as our special and physical setup, we got Tyranitar with Dragon Dance, Crunch, Stone Edge, Groundium, Z, Earthquake. With this is a speed creep for the Magiarna. Magiarna here, and so that we can, if we got Dragon Dance, we could take that on. Magiarna overall very scary mon in league format. It was basically a centralizing thought in prep. Also, Mega Scizor kind of handles like Mega Gyarados. It's Raikou handling threats like Jolteon and whatever his flying type is. Then we brought a good old Turtonator. This is our main defensive mon. We brought a mixed defensive set here. He has a lot of natural good physical defensive bulk. Toxic Roar in case of setup. This is basically the true Magiarna counter. If anything, dual stabs. It's not meant to do much, but it's meant to kind of come in and slow his momentum a little bit. We have the ever so underrated Togetic here, with of course a bold mixed defensive spread. Dazzling Gleam, Roost, Fire Blast, Heal Bell, Fire Blast for a Bronzong switch in for is for a number of things that hits. This also kind of helps you take on Mega Gyarados as well. Yeah, I need a Cleric in general. And finally, we have Cresselia, which is the final kind of setup win con that we have. So we have basically 2 bulky mons with 4 setup mons. So it's pretty much like a bulky offense, bordering on hyper offense team disguised as kind of a stall team. So yeah, we have Comboss, Moonlight, Psychic. So yeah, max defense. And since we could set up Cold Berry to catch knockoffs, to catch a potential crunch, and maybe get him back with a Moonlight at +1, that kind of thing. So we'll jump into the battle here. We see, I forgot to mention Mandibuzz, but we see Tyranitar, Colbert, Cresselia, Togetic handle that pretty well. Raikou can set up on that. So that actually is kind of a liability for his team. He did not bring the 2 big threats that I feel are the main thing to play for. I'm gonna ask you guys to maybe ignore the chat. We got an obnoxious GBA analyst named you may know him, named PokeRob, kinda trolling and jabbing at us. Friendly, of course, because we know him. But so yeah. So the lead that I picked, so he leads Jolteon. I lead Togetic, expecting him to go for a Rocks lead with Garchomp, figuring I might be able to get the better of him there. He, of course, just wants to get a straight Volt Switch lead off. So here, just have to make the obvious switch out. Go into Raikou. Need to go for Volt Switch. I don't have a ground type. I assume this is. I don't want to risk this being Scarf, and I don't have Hidden Power Ice anyway, so I go into Togetic, which is the counter to this basically. Go back out into Turtonator to kind of scout if he has a coverage for Raikou, and this being Dragon type should be able to take Dragon type, and being bulky should be able to take anything Jolteon throws at it pretty well. We see though, Volt Switch does a pretty good chunk, so I kind of come to assume that this is a Specs Jolteon. I have to switch out again because Garchomp is just too threatening. We get a prediction right, bringing in Cresselia on Earthquake, and we start setting up. Unfortunately, we don't have Shadow Ball in here, so we're not really going to be able to do really anything against Bronzong. But we at least are able to gauge his switching. Go out, Scizor, because I figured he wanted Toxic this, and we can use this as kind of setup fodder. He reveals the HP Fire, but that is less than half. Because Scizor, ladies and gentlemen, Scizor is not Kartana. You can't just throw HP Fire on a random Mon and just net a kill. You gotta work for it a little bit. So we're gonna survive setup. Here I go for the second Swords Dance. Bug Bite does not kill. It shows you testament to the power of Gourgeist. I take it out. Maybe it would have been a prudent move to Roost there, but I don't know. We'll see. We take this Volt Switch, and we do Roost here, taking advantage of that, figuring next mixed bulk spread. I opt to switch out there because he would have probably just straight up OHKO'd me with Foul Play, and I wouldn't have been able to kill him back. And Scizor does a lot of work to his team as a whole if I get some setup, even if I am burned. So I want to get this in and to get a Heal Bell off. But here he's able to U-turn, make a nice pivot there. I have to switch it out again. Go into Deku. I want to save Raikou a little bit so I could get maybe late game Calm Minds. Alright, here he kind of baits me. I go into Togetic. No, I don't go into Togetic. I go into Crest, but neither one's able to do anything against Bronzong, so he had a nice middle ground play to make there. He gets rocks up pretty freely. I get Tyranitar in. You notice I didn't bring Hazardon's team in the effort to play this pretty forwardly. Yeah. Ultimately, I don't know like what how that impacts, but we get a step on Tyranitar. We go for +2 because Foul Play won't we'll get a resist on that. Here we fire off the Groundium Z boosted Earthquake, but unfortunately leaves him at 1. And we take the crit, which I think mattered because we were max HP, but end of the day, I really should have ran more attack. I should have went all in on an offensive Tyranitar. That being the case, if I had, that would have been the game right there. I would have got Ground MZ, would have outsped his team, and me and Shao wouldn't even take an Earthquake. Crunch would take out Bronzong. Stone Edge for Mandibuzz. Jolteon. Maybe. No, I don't think it outspeeds because I'm a speed increasing nature. So it's unfortunate bit of prep on my part. So I go into Togetic here. He has the Acid Downpour. I should have scouted for that. Maybe gone to Crest. It would have taken that fine probably. But I'm left to live with the actions of my choices. I should have maybe gone into Raikou right at the bat or Revenge Kill. But I really, really, really wanted that Heal Bell to heal Scizor up. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get it now. So I just have to go for the Shadow Ball, get the kills I can take. The game at this point is still winnable with that Calm Mind Raikou with my setup Scizor and such. Crest, like, only if I get rid of Bronzong, but I decided to go for it. I'm gonna be able to take something out. I realize here he's not Scarf. He's nice and Life Orb. He gets the obvious bait. He baits me a good bit in this match, and he manages to take me out with his Specs Jolteon there. I was at low enough health. So yeah, he gets a big hit. This Specs Jolteon does so much damage, even to resist. So this winds up going down. Here I kind of throw in a nice last ditch effort for game. We set up Moonblast. No, we can take a foul play. Even without Cold Rare, we could, because Crest's attack isn't anything to write home about. He decides to U-turn. I don't even know if he has foul play on this Mandibuzz with the U-turn plays he made, but which would have been mad unfortunate. The taunt really hurts Crest there, but I managed to get the Mandibuzz cleared out, and I'm gonna be able to take this knockoff here very cleanly and Psychic against Mienshao. If I'd managed to get to +2 here, I may have been able to like live something from the Jolteon, but unfortunately, he got the jump on me, had a Specs Jolteon. Here, he gets a final crit, and we saw earlier I was able to take his Volt Switch, and a Shadow Ball would have been comparable damage. So I may have lived on a very low health with that, and be able to roost, be able to maybe get to a better health point. It would have been, at that point, it would have been like a matter of rolls. But the crit kind of took the game out of my hands. I'm a little mad about. Well, I'm not really mad. I was pretty calm after this battle. We were in call during this, and it was pretty chill, pretty nice, low key affair. Ultimately, it was a close game. It went a couple crits out of my favor and a couple bad reads out of my favor. Yeah, so it's a pretty good loss. Good game to Damon. I don't really have much more to say, guys. Stay woke.